title selection from the album. Time Remembers One Time Once. Denny Zeitlin and Charlie Hayden.
There's an old tune in the jazz library called TNT, but a new recording of it. TNT, done by Shorty Rogers and Bud Shank, the new album Yesterday, Today, and Forever. KKGO, Los Angeles. KGO News is brought to you this hour by Gibraltar Savings and Loan.
AP Network News, I'm Wendell Golder. A Nicaraguan government official says CIA-backed rebels have attacked another of the country's oil ports. The latest attack was on Puerto Sandino on the Pacific Ocean, about 43 miles northwest of Managua. Tuesday, rebels crippled the country's main oil port of Corrento, causing explosions and fires that destroyed millions of gallons of fuel. Nicaraguan leader Daniel Ortega says an invasion of his country by the Honduran army or American troops is imminent, and Ortega says he has asked a number of countries for military aid. U.S. officials are in Nicaragua, and AP correspondent Frank Sesno says Assistant Secretary of State Langhorne Motley is trying to end Sandinista support for rebel groups in Central America.
Motley is the highest-ranking U.S. official to come to Nicaragua in over a year now. And according to officials here, the purpose of his trip is to follow up on the Contadora Group's peace initiative. The Contadora Group is that group of 4 Latin American nations, and also to press home the point that the U.S. has had just about enough with border skirmishes between Nicaragua and its neighbors.
Sesno says Motley is also trying to convince the Sandinistas that good relations with the U.S. are possible if support for Central American rebels is halted. Sniper fire in Beirut cost the life of another Marine member of the multinational force today and left yet another Marine wounded. There have now been 6 Marines killed in Lebanon's civil war and 51 injured. And nearly 100 people have died since the Lebanese ceasefire was declared 2 weeks ago. But Wahid Haddad, an aide to Lebanese President Amin Jamal, denies that means the ceasefire is falling apart.
I don't think you want to make such a generalization from one incident. Certainly not. And as I said, the situation is not very easy. It is difficult, but it is challenging. And if with a small incident we want to give up, then the whole world is going to go to pieces.
Haddad was at the White House for talks with administration officials. The National Weather Service says Hurricane Raymond is threatening Hawaii. Weather officials have clocked wind gusts near 150 miles an hour near Raymond's center. The storm is still 900 miles away from the islands, but could reach them by Sunday. And NASA officials say chances are less than slim that the Space Shuttle Columbia will go up on schedule 2 weeks from today. They still haven't solved a potential problem with the rocket boosters. This is AP Network News.
You just call on Gibraltar when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
If your checking account is earning little or no interest, then you're giving away money. But now you can lean on Gibraltar Savings for more interest than you ever thought possible. With our new money market checking account, you'll start earning a high 8.04% annual rate with a minimum balance of $2,500. But the best part is, it's compounded daily for an annual yield of 8.5%. So, when it comes to earning more money on your checking account, it really pays to lean on Gibraltar Savings.
You can talk to Gibraltar, 'cause we understand that you need somebody to lean on.
We are Gibraltar. Lean on us.
KKGO News has been brought to you by Gibraltar Savings and Loan, here on America's Jazz Station, KKGO, Los Angeles.
piano player. He does it to me every time. That's the piano player Tom Grant. Tom Grant from his only album, to the best of my knowledge. The album is called Tom Grant, and that's called The Morning Show. This is Dick McGarvin sitting in for Joe Huser this afternoon. Actually, we should say that Joe will be back on Monday, but not during this time. Starting Monday, as part of the new schedule, Joe will be heard in the morning from 6 in the morning till 11 o'clock right here on KKGO. Coming up, we got a KGO mini concert featuring trumpeter Art Farmer. We'll also hear from Nancy Wilson and this. saxophonist Joe Farrell, along with Chick Corea and John McLaughlin, playing John's tune, Follow Your Heart.
He's an international superstar whose career as James Bond alone has spanned 20 years. Saturday night at 7, Hollywood Close-Up profiles the life of actor Sean Connery. And go behind the scenes of his new motion picture, and you'll never say never again. Then visit with TV personality Art Linkletter and clips of those kids saying the darndest things. Plus a peek at the making of Sheena Easton's new rock video. Hollywood Close-Up, Saturday night at 7, only on Channel 7. Up, down, keep it moving, kids. L.A., once you liked a simple gym workout, but now you're tailoring your physical fitness to your own lifestyles. Come on, girls, tuck in those tummies. You gotta have your video cassettes and aerobic TV shows, house calls with personal tutoring, sport medicine clinics, designer activewear. Hey, Eunice, that's in, out, in, out. All this week, Joanna Shamina examines all aspects of your craze for personalized personal fitness. Eyewitness News at 11 on Channel 7. Come on, girls, 1, 2, 3.
Traffic information at LAX time right now. KKGO LAX report is brought to you by American Airlines. And here is Jay Marr. Hello, Jay.
Well, hello, Dick. Here's the airport story for a Friday, 4:05, both north and south. Pretty jammed at this hour. Sepulveda, as usual, has its tie-ups. Things on Century are quiet for this Friday. Traffic, as usual, will remain light until about 7:30 this evening. Then it will get heavy for a couple of hours. Friday nights haven't been as heavy in the last few weeks as we normally expect. However, Friday night still remains the heaviest night here at LAX traffic-wise. At this hour, traffic is light. This is Jay Marr at LAX for KKGO-FM 105.
Hello, American Airlines. Do you fly to Los Angeles?
Sir, nobody offers more flights to more LA area airports than American.
What if I had business near LAX?
We could fly you there.
Suppose I wanted to visit my sister in Ontario.
There, too.
Or wanted to sun myself in Palm Springs.
We can take you there.
Or had reservations to stay on the Queen Mary.
That would be Long Beach.
Or was filming in Hollywood.
Your best bet would be Burbank.
What if the real reason was I had a friend who wanted to ride the teacups at Disneyland?
Why don't I just book you into Orange County?
We're American Airlines, doing what we do best.
American gives you the most service from the LA area to Dallas-Fort Worth with more than 15 flights daily, now including 4 nonstops from Orange County every business day, with convenient connections to more than 50 cities like Atlanta, New York, Miami, and Washington. Call American or call your travel agent today. The KKGO LAX report has been brought to you by American Airlines.
Feel your future growing, we know just where you stand. No need to bank on promises when a good friend lends a hand. Allstate Savings, you've trusted us for years. Allstate Savings, another way to bank on Sears.
It used to be the only way you could enjoy the high interest of a certificate of deposit was to tie up a lot of money for a long time. But now there's the option account from Allstate Savings, a new certificate of deposit that starts at just $500 and runs anywhere from 32 days up to 10 years. Interest is compounded daily, and there is a substantial penalty for early withdrawal. The option account at your nearest Allstate Savings office or in the Sears Financial Network centers at selected Sears stores. Accounts insured to $100,000 by an agency of the federal government.
Allstate Savings, another way to bank on Sears.
desert island. Bathe me in the waters, warm me in the moonlight, taste me with your kisses, find those secret places, touch me when I tremble, free my wings for flying, catch me when I'm falling, keep your arms around me like there's no tomorrow, let me know you love me. On our little island, not a soul can see us. Show me how to love you, teach me how to please you. Lay your dreams beside me. All the stars will listen to our cries and whispers. You were made to love me, and I was made to love you. Keep your arms around me, lose yourself inside me, make it last forever. I can see the island shining in the distance. Now we're getting closer. Keep your arms around me, love. We're almost
People who wrote those words, Marilyn and Alan Bergman, have certainly written a lot of great lyrics. What are you doing the rest of your life? Make Me Rainbows, and who knows how many hundreds others. The song is called The Island, and there's a brand new recording of it by Nancy Wilson. KKGO, Los Angeles, here's a KGO mini concert featuring Art Farmer. There is a KGO mini concert featuring Art Farmer. Art Farmer, great trumpeter, although in recent years he switched to playing flugelhorn almost exclusively. The first song in the set was a piece called Shortcake and a collection called Art Farmer, The Time and the Place. Cedar Walton playing piano, Jimmy Heath on tenor. Then the old jazz tet band that he co-led with saxophonist Benny Golson, and we heard Serenata. All of it right here on KKGO.
Drummers, it has happened only once in 10 years. Rogers 5-piece drum kit with hardware, now an incredible $449. Ludwig's 8-inch by 14-inch power rock and roll snare drum, just $169. It's Guitar Center's drum deal of the decade. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, it's first come, first served on the largest drum inventory in the country. Sonar, Simmons, Pearl, Ludwig, Zildjian, Tama, Paisty, Gretsch, Evans, Remo. Deals like the Tama 5-piece drum kit, now an incredible $399. Choose from throne, stand, cymbals like the Tama Titan Boom Stand, just $60. Tama's #1 chain drive pedal, not $80, now just $49.95. Savings up to 60%, and to prove we're serious, buy 1 pair of Drummer's Choice sticks and get 11 pair free. That's right, 11 pair free. It's the drum deal of the decade. It ends Sunday. Guitar Center in Hollywood, Santa Ana, and now 14760 Ventura Boulevard, Sherman Oaks.
Traffic information time. It's brought to you here on KKGO by Security Pacific Bank. And here's Brian Vanessa from the CHP.
Good afternoon. We have a SIG alert issued for the southbound Santa Ana Freeway. This is at Rosecrans. That off-ramp has been closed due to an overturned truck and a spilled load. Elsewhere, an accident northbound Hollywood Freeway at Alameda has the number 3 and 4 lanes blocked. An accident southbound Harbor Freeway south of Exposition Boulevard. That's in the center divider. A report of an accident southbound San Diego Freeway north of the Santa Monica Boulevard. That's reported on the right shoulder. An accident northbound San Diego Freeway at La Tijera. CHP officers responding to that. An accident southbound. This is Santa Ana Freeway at Brooklyn. The number 3 and 4 lanes reported blocked there. And officers checking on a report of an accident northbound Golden State Freeway north of the Santa Monica, Pomona, Santa Ana Freeway split. From the CHP, this is Officer Brian Vanessa for KKGO.
In the same week, I got a new job, we moved into a new apartment, and we moved our checking account to Security Pacific.
It was a busy week.
Security Pacific made things easy for us by giving us a Ready Teller card right then and there. It's the only major bank I found that does that.
Yeah, now I deposit my paycheck at the Ready Teller near work. It's real handy.
At Security Pacific, we're going out of our way to make banking easy and convenient. With over 620 offices throughout California and over 400 Ready Teller machines, open every day around the clock.
Other things impressed me, too. You get a toll-free number to check your balance.
It's a great service.
And you know, we heard home banking was coming someday. Security Pacific is offering it now.
That's really looking forward.
Security Pacific Bank.
For automated banking or personal banking, you can't beat the convenience of Security Pacific. Member FDIC.
KGO Traffic Report has been brought to you by Security Pacific Bank. Looking forward to serving people better.
Lee Iacocca asked his engineers to build a sports car. Remember, the competition is good. We've got to be better. Chrysler creates Laser. With optional fuel-injected turbo, 15-inch road wheels and tires, and handling suspension, Laser XE proved itself in USAC sports car certification tests against 1983 competitors. Make it fast. We did. 0 to 50, Laser beats Camaro Z28, Trans Am, Toyota Supra, Mazda RX-7. Make it handle. We did. In the slalom, Laser finishes first. Give it a brain. We did. Laser XE's onboard computers monitor more vital functions than its competitors. Make it right and back it with a powertrain and out-of-body rust-through protection plan for 5 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first. We did. This excludes leases, and there are deductibles on these limited warranties. Your dealer has the details. Chrysler's new Laser XE. The competition is good. We had to be better.
Paul Desmond has played that line before, this time with a big band. It's called North by Northeast from the album Summertime. Paul Desmond and the Don Sebesky Orchestra. That's George Cables. George Cables and Voodoo Lady.
I don't think the movie business is that different from other businesses.
The Sting, going in style, my bodyguard. Tony Bill knows how to make a successful movie.
You finish a project, a movie, and the great temptation is to say, oh, it's over, and you let the relationships slide until the next time you do business. But I believe you can't let that happen, especially since this isn't a neighborhood business anymore where you just run into people on the streets. So I use the telephone to run into people. I just call, not because I have something that I want from them, but I just want them to know that I care about what's going on. And I want to keep the relationship alive. So the next time we do business together, our work is better. I can't imagine doing business any other way. And people I know believe and do the same thing.
Pacific Telephone would like to thank Tony Bill for illustrating a simple fact. The most successful business calls are personal.
Hey, look, if you think I'm going to fly one of those discount, no-frills airlines just to get a cheap price to Houston, you're out of your mind.
I agree.
Yeah, you do?
Sure. Why give up class for the sake of a low price when you can have both on Muse Air?
Oh, I can have both?
You can have both.
Huh?
It's Muse Air's one-year anniversary of service between Los Angeles and Houston.
So?
So to celebrate, they've lowered the fares to $99.
Okay, what's the gimmick?
No gimmick.
Well, then what's a restriction?
No restrictions. The $99 fare is good on every seat, every flight, every day.
Now, wait a minute. I can get Muse Air's beautiful nonstop service to convenient Houston Hobby Airport and be 10 minutes from downtown the Galleria and NASA for just $99?
Anytime between now and December 15th, except for the week of November 23rd through the 28th.
What a beautiful deal.
What a beautiful airline.
What a beautiful price. $99 to Houston.
See how beautiful, see how beautiful Muse Air can be.
Brown, black, navy, and gray. Basic colors no gentleman can afford to have missing from his slacks wardrobe. That's why you can't afford to miss the Broadway sale on Hager slacks. Right now, only $15.99 buys a pair of Hager belt loop slacks in one of the 4 classic colors. That's a 20% savings on the easy care slacks you've come to depend on for quality. Stock up on the basics today. Hager belt loop slacks, $15.99 a pair, now at the Broadway.
Here's Ray Charles with a love song. Well, kind of. It's called 2 Years of Torture.
I've often been told that time brings about a change. I've often been told that time brings about a change. Yes, I've had 2 years of torture, and my heart still feels the same. I had a real fine woman, fine as she could be. Let me tell you, I had a real fine woman, fine as she could be. But the syndicators, backbiters, stole that little girl away from me. about her 730 days, and I still remember her little brown body and the sweet little baby ways. 2 years of torture, and I'm still in misery. Oh, but I'm doomed as a lover unless she come back to me.
There's European saxophonist Bernd Rosengren Quartet, and the Miles Davis song Solar. The Forbes magazine report is brought to you by Lloyds Bank, California.
Millions of out-of-work Americans didn't apply for their unemployment benefits last year, and no one knows why. I'm Suzanne Reynolds with the Forbes magazine report. I'll tell you about the great unemployment mystery after this.
It was in the 18th century that two young men came into Lloyds Bank with a visionary dream of power. A power that would harness the natural forces of the earth and abolish human drudgery and poverty forever. Their names, James Watt and Matthew Bolton. And while their steam engine was to ultimately lead to the Industrial Revolution, their dream of utopian power was never to be. At Lloyds Bank, we still believe that by helping our customers achieve their goal, we can help fulfill the goals of man. Whether it be providing loans to help utilities generate more energy in California, or establishing lines of credit for companies like Control Components, designers of advanced power station equipment for an energy-hungry world. Because at Lloyds Bank, California, we've always known who we work for. Member FDIC.
Last year saw perhaps the hardest time since the Great Depression, but millions of out-of-work Americans didn't apply for their unemployment benefits. So says a new study by the Brookings Institution. Only 45% of the 10 million unemployed received jobless benefits last year, a sharp drop from the 78% during the milder 1975 recession. New applications are running 16 to 20% below the expected rate, and only 36% were drawing benefits in recent weeks. Why? Brookings concedes no one knows. There are some educated guesses, though. Some say the conservative political climate and threats to crack down on cheaters may have discouraged some applicants. I'm Suzanne Reynolds with the Forbes magazine report.
Forbes magazine report has been brought to you by Lloyds Bank, California. We know who we work for. KKGO, Los Angeles. A few minutes of music out of the newest Bob James album, the album called Foxy. That's Bob James and Miranda. Those are the Crusaders. Crusaders in Lukenbach, Texas.
Today, you have the power to earn high interest on your terms with Imperial's Tomorrow Savings Program. This new personal savings plan provides a wide choice of accounts to get you in the money for less. In fact, $500 down is all it takes to get your interest moving up. Imperial's Tomorrow Savings floating rate accounts are floored by high Treasury bill indexes with rates that may change daily or once a month. Our fixed-rate accounts give you 6 different rates and your choice of terms, so you can lock in high interest anywhere from 33 days to 4 years. If you want to move up to higher interest tomorrow, call 1-800-CHECK-NOW, 1-800-CHECKNOW today, and find out how to increase your earnings the right way, your way.
Imperial Savings.
Member FSLIC.
The current 6-month rate is 9.646%. Annualized yield 10%. Penalty for early withdrawal.
Climb aboard the big pineapple, the Hawaii Express. We fly you for this, the Hawaii Express.
How would you like to take someone to Honolulu and back for only $100? Well, starting in January, you can. But only if you buy your tickets now on the Big Pineapple, the Hawaii Express. Just buy a round-trip ticket to Honolulu for yourself at the regular low fare and get the second round-trip ticket for only $100. And here's the best part. For just $70 more per person round trip, you can take advantage of their super low joint fares to Maui, Kauai, or the Big Island of Hawaii. But hurry, you must purchase round-trip tickets no later than 17th of October and travel between Los Angeles and Honolulu anytime from January 7th to December 14th, 1984, except for peak holiday and seasonal travel periods. For more details, see Sunday's travel section of the Los Angeles Times and take someone to Hawaii and back for only $100.
The Big Hawaii Express.
You can save $10 to $11 a square yard during May Company's holiday carpet sale and give your home a whole new look by the holidays. Right now, May Company is featuring Ultron nylon carpet, wear dated by Monsanto to ensure good looks and stain resistance. You can choose from dozens of colors and pay just $15.99 a square yard, including padding and installation, and you can defer billing until February 1984 at May Company's holiday carpet sale right now.
The music of Freddie Hubbard, the song Little Sunflower, only this time the lyrics written and performed by Al Jarreau.
Like a flower grown ever heavenly. again. Dance for April shower. There's a precious little flower. More and more each hour. You're like a precious little flower. Blowing like the sun, warming everyone, and you walk with me. Rain and winter, snow, come to help you grow, and you walk with me.
Little Sunflower. Little Sunflower by Freddie Hubbard. I'd say that song has become a bit of a jazz standard since Freddie introduced it back in the mid-'60s, another album. And here, the vocal version, lyrics written and performed by Al Jarreau. On FM 105, KKGO. is drummer Chuck Flores and his band of the late 70s, just a few years ago, and the title track from Chuck's album, Flores Azules. Infringement of the Surrey there. Surrey with a fringe on top. Ahmad Jamal.
Hubert Laws and Jim Walker will appear in a concert of flute duets and other surprises at the Wadsworth Theater Sunday, October 16th, playing both popular classics and jazz arrangements for flutes. It's a memorable event. Don't miss Flute Duets featuring Jim Walker and Hubert Laws. Hubert Laws and Jim Walker, both classically trained, both renowned for their jazz skills, in their first concert collaboration, Sunday, October 16th at the Wadsworth Theater on Wilshire Boulevard, just west of the 405 freeway. Get tickets at Mutual or Ticketron or the UCLA Central Ticket Office. To charge by phone, call 825-9261. Outstanding as soloists, incomparable as a duo, Hubert Laws and Jim Walker. Flute duets and other surprises. Sunday, October 16th at the Wadsworth Theater. Call 825-9261 to charge tickets by phone.
And if two of the major flute players on the planet isn't enough, there's two more, because they've just announced that special guests will be Sam Most and Joe Farrell, a regular flute festival. Telephone number, once again, to charge tickets by phone is 825-9261. Traffic information time and the latest traffic report from KKGO and the California Highway Patrol is brought to you by Pitney Bowes.
And good evening. Officers at the scene of an accident southbound San Diego Freeway south of Olympic, that's in the center divider, with no injuries reported. An accident southbound 605 Freeway at Telegraph Road on the right shoulder, that's involving 4 vehicles. A traffic accident southbound San Diego Freeway. This is reported south of Manchester. A stalled vehicle blocking the number 1 lane southbound San Diego Freeway south of Alameda. And the signal alert still in effect for the southbound Santa Ana Freeway at Rosecrans. The off-ramp there is still closed, and that's due to an overturned truck. From the CHP, this is Officer Brian Vanessa for KKGO.
Oh, Mr. Pitney, yes, Mr. Bowles. Oh, Mr. Pitney, yes, Mr. Bowles. Can you tell me how our copier service works? Yes, there's service at different speeds. You just pick the one you need. Absolutely, Mr. Pitney. Positively, Mr. Bose.
When you buy or lease one of Pitney Bowes' 3 newest copiers, you can choose the service response time you want. Fast 4-hour or super fast 2-hour response. Whichever you choose, under our equipment maintenance agreement, they're both guaranteed. If our customer engineer doesn't get to your premises in time, we'll credit your account. To find out more, look us up in your phone book.
Oh, Mr. Pitney, yes, Mr. Bose. Oh, Mr. Pitney, yes, Mr. Bose. Now you've told me all about our service speed. Yes, there's service at different speeds. You just pick the one you need. Absolutely, Mr. Pitney. Positively, Mr. Bose. Yes, there's service at different speeds. You just pick the one you need. Absolutely, Mr. Pitney. Positively, Mr. Bose.
Offer available in designated market areas.
This traffic report from the California Highway Patrol has been brought to you by Pitney Bowes.
In the same week, I got a new job, we moved into a new apartment, and we moved our checking account to Security Pacific.
It was a busy week.
Security Pacific made things easy for us by giving us a ready teller card right then and there. It's the only major bank I found that does that.
Yeah, now I deposit my paycheck at the ready teller near work. It's real handy.
At Security Pacific, we're going out of our way to make banking easy and convenient. With over 620 offices throughout California and over 400 ready teller machines, open every day around the clock.
Other things impress me too. You get a toll-free number to check your balance.
It's a great service.
And you know, we heard home banking was coming someday. Security Pacific is offering it now.
That's really looking forward.
Security Pacific Bank.
For automated banking or personal banking, you can't beat the convenience of Security Pacific. Member FDIC.
FM 105, this is KKGO. My name is Dick McGarvin. Joe Huser taking today off, and when he returns on Monday, he'll be on at a different time. Starting Monday, he'll be on from 6 in the morning until 11 o'clock in the morning. So you'll hear him right here, but during different hours on FM 105. We'll get to one of my favorite Chick Corea songs and a big band version of it here after this public service reminder. Join the Better Breathers Club and get involved in a social atmosphere of support and encouragement where you can learn more about the care and management of lung disease. Patients, family, friends, and the general public are more than welcome. Call the American Lung Association of Orange County, area code 714-835-LUNG. That's the Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Big Band and Chick Corea's song, Times Lie. This is FM 105 KKGO. I want to get back to David Benoit's new album. Here it is. The album is called Digits, and this one is titled Lorraine.
A sandália dela ficou furada de tanto sambar. As cadeiras dela ficaram doendo de tanto gingar. A baiana dela ficou surrada de tanto sambar. A sandália dela ficou furada de tanto sambar. Mas as cadeiras dessa nega ficaram doendo de tanto gingar. A baiana dela ficou surrada de tanto sambar. Carnaval chegou, tristeza terminou. São 3 dias pra gente sambar. Deixa a nega seu cavalo, que a sandália dela ficou furada de tanto sambar. As cadeiras dela ficaram doendo de tanto gingar. A baiana dela ficou surrada de tanto sambar.
That's Flora Purim and the song Sandalia Dela. That's out of Duke Pearson's album. She sings on a couple of tracks in this album. Duke Pearson's album, How Insensitive. The Duke Pearson Band. He's the piano player. Hop Sings on Lincoln Boulevard. Marina Del Rey presents this Saturday night for 2 shows at 9 and 11:30 p.m. Very talented piano player by the name of Liz Story. So go and enjoy the solo piano artistry of Liz Story. Saturday night at Hop Sings. Also appearing Saturday night, the Ken Wiley Sextet. Ken Wiley is an excellent French horn player. Appearing Sunday night at Hop Sings, Side Effect and the L.A. Boppers. Hop Sings is a great place to hear music. Food is served. Minors are always welcome. Hop Sings, located on Lincoln Boulevard, Marina Del Rey. Their telephone number is 822-4008. 822-4008.
I am a 600-year-old castle on the Isle of Skye. I am the kilts and bagpipes at a Highland gathering. I am the bright lights of Piccadilly Circus. I am the footsteps of William Shakespeare along the River Avon. I am Robert Burns and Winston Churchill. I am the glowing colours of the proud Scottish tartan. I am Windsor Castle and the Tower of London. And I am only a non-stop flight away. I am British Caledonian Airways. I am an airline with over 40 worldwide destinations. I am Europe's largest independent airline. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
Fly British Caledonians non-stop from Los Angeles to London. The only London non-stop using the Western Airlines terminal. British Caledonian Airways. We're the best of Great Britain. And we never forget you have a choice.
I am Parliament and Big Ben. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
November 2nd, 1947, Howard Hughes' famous flying boat, the Spruce Goose, makes history in a big way.
Ladies and gentlemen, and I don't believe that Howard Hughes meant this to be. We're really up in the air. Howard, did you expect that? Exactly. I like to make surprises.
Now, 36 years later, to commemorate the big event, you were invited to the world's biggest birthday party. It's from October 15th to November 2nd, and it's going to be big.
This Saturday and Sunday, the Spruce Goose salutes American aviation with a replica of the Wright Brothers plane, a space shuttle show, and in-person appearances of NASA astronauts Pete Conrad and Glenn Bean. There'll be drawings for 2 grand prize trips, daily prizes, free souvenirs, and lots more. See the LA Times calendar today for details. So come to the world's biggest birthday party in Long Beach, right next to the Queen Mary. It's going to be big.
I love it. Oscar Peterson, Dizzy Gillespie, Clark Terry, Eddie Lockjaw Davis on tenor saxophone, and a rhythm section of Niels Henning Ørsted Pedersen and Bobby Durham from a double album called The Jam Sessions. We heard Bye Bye Blues. Nobody is really listed there as the leader, just a collection of all-star players. FM 101, what a great way to end this hour. We're going to break for the Wall Street Business Barometer and then move right ahead with more jazz here on FM 105. Wall Street Business Barometer is brought to you by Gibraltar Savings and Loan.
The stock market was mixed with the Dow Industrials moving to the plus side late in the session, but with declining issues holding the lead. About 71,781,000 shares moved on the New York Exchange, and declining issues led gainers by a fairly narrow margin. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 2.14 at 1,263.51. After the market closed, the Federal Reserve reported that the nation's basic money supply, M1, fell by $1.1 billion in the latest reporting week, but the broader-based measure, M2, rose by $8.8 billion. Today's economic news was upbeat, with wholesale prices going up by only 0.2% last month. On the Amex,
American Stock Exchange volume, 6,794,000. The Amex Market Value Index down 0.55 to 228.05. In options trading, contracts covering 16,809,000 shares were traded. This is Ellen Dwyer at the American Stock Exchange.
With the Business Barometer, I'm Alan Chartel.
You just call on Gibraltar when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
If your checking account is earning little or no interest, then you're giving away money. But now you can lean on Gibraltar Savings for more interest than you ever thought possible. With our new money market checking account, you'll start earning a high 8.04% annual rate with a minimum balance of $2,500. But the best part is, it's compounded daily for an annual yield of 8.5%. So, when it comes to earning more money on your checking account, it really pays to lean on Gibraltar Savings.
You can talk to Gibraltar, 'cause we understand that you need somebody to lean on.
We are Gibraltar. Lean on us.
Wall Street Business Barometer has been brought to you by Gibraltar Savings and Loan. KKGO, Los Angeles. Live recording that took place at San Francisco nightclub called Keystone Corner, featuring the great alto saxophonist Paquito de Rivera. As a matter of fact, that's the name of the album, Paquito de Rivera live at Keystone Corner, and that one's called Deja Vu. It's a brand new album. Jazz all the time here at 105. Name of that is Magic Fingers from his Nomad album. That's drummer Chico Hamilton.
John Houseman talks about McDonald's quality.
All hamburgers are not created equal. All hamburgers are not guaranteed 100% pure American beef with nothing added. McDonald's are. All hamburgers are not served fresh off the grill. McDonald's are. And McDonald's hamburgers are never warmed over or reheated. Maybe you never knew it, but you've always tasted it.
He's the leader of the pack. McDonald's Great Big Mac. He's fresh off the grill, pure and lean, a 7-story stack. We know what you mean. The leader of the pack. Big Mac. McDonald's and you.
When you buy a Big Mac pack at participating McDonald's, you get a Big Mac, regular French fries, and a medium soft drink in a free leader of the pack cup while supplies last.
Al and Ed announced the best bargain you'll find in better quality car stereo with their $430 Concord car stereo, now only $238.
Concord car stereo, $238.
Concord AM/FM cassette car stereo, model HBL 122, digital display, seek and scan, Dolby B, separate bass and treble controls, and more. Regular price $430, now only $238 at Al and Ed's Auto Sound Centers.
Al and Ed's have been specializing in auto sound only for over 30 years. Biggest selections in car alarms and major car stereo brands. Professional installation and personnel.
See Al and Ed's Sunday Times calendar ad for more values.
Who cares about their ad? How much was that car stereo?
Just $238 for Concord AM/FM cassette car stereo with digital display, Dolby B, auto eject, and more at Al and Ed's Auto Sound Centers.
8 locations. In L.A. at 54th and South Figueroa. West L.A. at 1919 South La Cienega. Azusa, Inglewood, Compton, North Hollywood, Sherman Oaks, and Pasadena at Walnut and Hill. Al and Ed's Professional Auto Sound Centers.
Let's get a KKGO traffic report on the situation at Los Angeles International Airport. It's brought to you by American Airlines, and here's Jay Marr.
Good evening, Dick. We're back to Friday again. Friday is the busiest night out here at LAX. If you're visiting here this evening, allow plenty of extra time to get in and out of the airport terminal. There are no tie-ups or backups inside the terminal loop at this hour. However, a little later on, there will be. Traffic tends to build up between 7:30 and 9:30 on Friday evenings. If you expect to be out here between these hours, allow plenty of extra travel time. Drive carefully. Have a good weekend. Jay Marr reporting for KKGO-FM 105.
What's your favorite airport out of the Los Angeles area? American Airlines flies out of all of them.
LAX, no doubt about it.
Ontario, but don't tell anybody. It's my little secret.
Long Beach is your best bet.
The one near Hollywood, darling. Burbank.
I live in Palm Springs. I guess if I ever wanted to leave, I could fly out of here.
The one near Disneyland. Orange County John Wayne Airport.
Whatever your favorite airport out of Los Angeles, take off with the airline that flies out of all 6 LA area airports, American Airlines.
We're American Airlines, doing what we do best.
American gives you more nonstops to Dallas, Fort Worth from the greater Los Angeles area than any other airline, with more than 15 daily flights, including the only nonstops from Burbank, Ontario, and Orange County's John Wayne Airport. For reservations, call your travel agent or call American. The KKGO LAX report has been brought to you by American Airlines.
Just you, just me. Let's find a cozy spot to cuddle and woo. Just us, just we. I've missed an awful lot. My trouble is you. Oh, gee, what are your charms for? What are my arms for? Use your imagination. Just you, just me. Our tired lovers not around wonderful you. charms for? What are my arms for? Use your imagination, just you, just me. I'll tie a lover's knot, tie a lover's knot, tie a lover's knot around wonderful you.
That's the Duke Pearson Band, featuring Freddie Hubbard on trumpet and Joe Henderson, and a song called Big Bertha. Nice to hear that song again. That's Johnny Hodges, and I Can't Believe That You're in Love with Me.
Bonds is gonna save you.
Save me?
Yes, you. That's who. Every day low prices. Ooh, 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 it's gonna save you.
Bonds is weekly specials.
Bonds is gonna save you.
Quality guaranteed.
Bonds is gonna save me and you. Ooh, Bonds has got selection.
I know it's gonna save me.
And it's just perfection too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bonds is gonna save you. Bonds is gonna save me and you.
Now, San Francisco can be yours in the Bonds Golden Gate Getaway. Win one of 100 San Francisco weekend trips for two, or you'll fly on PSA, the airline that won the West with a smile, and more flights to the Bay Area than any other airline. Winners will stay at one of 5 convenient Holiday Inns of San Francisco and enjoy free use of a national rental car. No purchase necessary. Details at all Bonds stores. Sweepstakes ends October 19th.
Bonds is gonna save you.
Ooh, it's gonna save me.
Bonds is gonna save me and you.
KKGO Sportsline brought to you by Chrysler Plymouth. Quality products from the new Chrysler technology.
AP Network Sports. Hello again, everybody. This is Artie Goodman. Game 3 of the World Series is underway, and not a moment too soon. Most folks probably couldn't stand the suspense another day. We've got Jim Bell live with us from the vet on the sports line. Jim, it's early, but there's got to be an awful lot of tension in the air.
There is that, Artie. One thing that's not in the air that we had the first 2 games, that is rain, or at least the threat of rain. It's a clear night here in Philadelphia. The temperature probably still in the high 50s. Hasn't dropped as much as we thought it would. And we'll get down into the low 50s before the game is over. On the mound for the Phillies, Steve Carlson, the first 300-game winner to start a World Series contest in 55 years. And he started out strong, striking out 2 of the first 3 batters he faced as he set the Orioles down in order in the top half of the first. 2 down now in the bottom half of the first, no score, Game 3. Covering the World Series, Jim Bell in Philadelphia.
Thank you, Jim. And a baseball note announced today, the Kansas City Royals hired former Cleveland Indians manager Mike Ferraro to be their third base coach for next year. NBA Commissioner Larry O'Brien today reduced the suspension of Atlanta Hawks center Tree Rollins from 5 games to 2. You may remember in last season's playoffs, Rollins and Boston's Danny Ainge got into it following an elbowing incident in a playoff game. Rollins' $5,000 fine still stands, however. In the National Hockey League tonight, after 1, Quebec 1 and New Jersey nothing. Also after 1, Pittsburgh's Penguins 1, Washington Capitals nothing. This is Artie Goodman on the Sports Line.
Lee Iacocca asked his engineers to build a sports car. Remember, the competition is good. We've got to be better. Chrysler creates Laser. With optional fuel-injected turbo, 15-inch road wheels and tires, and handling suspension, Laser XE proved itself in USAC sports car certification tests against 1983 competitors. Make it fast. We did. 0 to 50, Laser beats Camaro Z28, Trans Am, Toyota Supra, Mazda RX-7. Make it handle. We did. In the slalom, Laser finishes first. Give it a brain. We did. Laser XE's onboard computers monitor more vital functions than its competitors. Make it right and back it with a powertrain and out-of-body rust-through protection plan for 5 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first. We did. This excludes leases, and there are deductibles on these limited warranties. Your dealer has the details. Chrysler's new Laser XE. The competition is good. We had to be better.
KKGO Sportsline has been brought to you by Chrysler Plymouth. Quality products from the new Chrysler technology.
The stars keep glowing brighter on the next Star Search. Sunday night at 7 on LA 11, join Ed McMahon and his guest Anthony Gary and Ben Vereen looking for the hottest talent across America. But the pressure is mounting as the returning champions try to hold off this week's sensational challengers. It's the most entertaining battle of new stars on television with $1.5 million up for grabs. Who will be tomorrow's superstar singers, dancers, actors, comics, and beautiful models? Find out on the next Star Search. Ed McMahon, Ben Vereen, and Anthony Gary, Sunday night at 7 on LA 11.
This is the Jazz Station, KKGO Los Angeles. See Akiyoshi Tobakan together for an evening of jazz, Saturday, October 15th. That's tomorrow night at Caltech. For ticket information, call 356-4652. The name of that is Soaring, and it serves as the title also for the album by the Bob Florence Big Band. Name of the song is Revelation. That's guitarist Phil Upchurch.
A superb evening of jazz. Toshiko Akiyoshi and Lou Tabakin, Saturday, October 15th in Beckman Auditorium at Caltech in Pasadena, performing separately with their own trios and together for the concert's finale. Toshiko Akiyoshi and Lou Tabakin, Saturday, October 15th. Get tickets at mutual agencies or charge to your Visa or MasterCharge by calling 356-4652. 356-4652. Toshiko Akiyoshi at Lou Tabakin, Saturday, October 15th at Caltech on South Michigan Avenue at Constant Street in Pasadena. If you missed the recent KKGO Film Society preview screening of Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, KKGO and Universal Classics are pleased to offer 50 pair of tickets to see this Alfred Hitchcock masterpiece starring James Stewart and Grace Kelly. Be our guest to any performance of Rear Window at Lemley's Westland Twin in West L.A., the Town and Country in Encino, or the Esquire in Pasadena. If you'd like a pair of free tickets, just mail a postcard to the KKGO Film Society, 10880 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 2006, Los Angeles 90024. That's KGO Film Society, 10880 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles 90024. From all entries received by Monday, October 17th, 50 will be drawn at random and mailed an invitation for two. As Alfred Hitchcock once said, if you do not experience delicious terror when you see Rear Window, then pinch yourself. You're most probably dead.
Pontiac, we build excitement that you love to drive. Pontiac, we build excitement that you've got to try. Pontiac, built with a feel for the road. Excitement to drive.
Singer, piano player Ben Sidran has a brand new album. We're going to hear part of it right now. Ben Sidran. This is called Little Sherry.
something fine about your whole design, something real in your ugly. They don't have that in LA. Something good about your neighborhood. I think it's you and you know it. No one nowhere can take the place of you. No one can do the thing that you can do. My little Sherry, I'm in love with you. I got to tell you, you really got me skipping. Skip on.
That's the Curtis Counts Band and Mean to Me. And with that, I will say goodnight. This is Dick McGarvin, been sitting in here for Joe Huser this afternoon. And Chuck Niles will be along to continue the jazz right after this next message here on America's Jazz Station, KKGO, Los Angeles. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Have a nice evening.
There's a place down by the sea where the air is fresh and the feeling is free, and you can have a love affair with the sea at the Fish Company.
The Fish Company is making big waves at the beach with their great new seafood brunch. They have exotic dishes like crab quiche, eggs enterprise with sliced smoked salmon and hollandaise sauce, and rich vanilla French toast with maple syrup. So come, sit in the sun, sip complimentary champagne, and make your weekend a real celebration. The Fish Company serves brunch on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come to 174 Kinney Street in Santa Monica or call 392-8366 for information.
And you can have a love affair with the sea at the Fish Company. At the Fish Company.
KKGO, Los Angeles.